In 1931, one of the nominees for Best Actor never heard his name announced because he was asleep in Marie Dressler's lap. Only after it was all over did he learn he'd lost the Oscar to a slightly more experienced actor, Lionel Barrymore. To present a special award for a lifetime of work to pioneer movie maker Hal Roach, here is that sleeping prince, now a distinguished actor, producer, and director, Mr. Jackie Cooper.
Lifetime of work. There are about 92 years worth of things to say about Hal Roach. Even the barest facts are impressive. He came here in 1912. 2 years later, he was a writer-director. In 1919, he began his own motion picture studio, and it thrived for 44 years. Hal Roach has produced just about every conceivable kind of film. Dramas, westerns, fantasies, musicals, swashbucklers. But because he was a man with a flair for seeing the funny side of every human situation, he made a particular mark with film comedy. Suffice it to point out that Hal Roach was the man who discovered Harold Lloyd and who brought Laurel and Hardy together and produced most of their best films. Other stars in his stable included Snub Pollard, Charlie Chase, Patsy Kelly, Thelma Todd, Zazu Pitts, and a dashing young leading man named Victor Mature. But his proudest achievement was the creation of Our Gang, the longest running and a lot of people think funniest series of movies about children ever devised. You remember those little rascals? Remember Darla and Buckwheat, Alfalfa, Spanky McFarland? I do. I was in quite a few of those shorts. But if I don't stop talking about Hal Roach and show you some of his work, I think Mr. Roach, a man with a genius for timing, is likely to yell, "Cut." Here are some of the reasons why Hal Roach is revered, respected, and remembered. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hal Roach. The presenter is usually the person who hands the presentee the Oscar. Tonight, we've gone one better than that. To present this honorary award to you, here is George Spanky McFarland.
Oh, really, this is the nicest thing that has ever happened to me.
Well, the nicest thing that ever happened to me, Mr. Roach, was when you hired me 52 years ago. But there was something I never did ask you. What was Hollywood really like out here in 1912?
Oh, 1912. The first day that I worked in motion pictures, I received $1 a day car fare and lunch. The car fare was 2 tokens from in front of the post office downtown to Hollywood, one to take you there and one to bring you back to Los Angeles. The lunch was 2 sandwiches and a banana. And that is a little start of the 1912 business. But I understand the thing has grown a little more expensive today, and people are trying a little harder to save money in making pictures, and they're doing a lot of things to try to curtail the expense. And the only thing I can add to that is my experience in those days as far as making pictures were concerned. For example, Mack Sennett, when a comedian for Mack Sennett did a Brody or fell on his rear, he fell on a cake of soap or a little pile of oil or something like that, or something else. But anyway, I got all screwed up to start with. I meant to say pratfall to start with, and that's what I... But anyway, as I say, but the Hal Roach Studios did it a different way. You remember I said 2 sandwiches and a banana. Well, the property man, after lunch, would pick up all the banana skins and put them away for safekeeping. Then, any time that a Hal Roach comedian did a pratfall, he slipped on a banana peel. And they slipped many times, and every time they did, we used another thing. But the thing was great about it was the fact that the bananas didn't cost me anything. Just one thing in conclusion, and that is this, that all these talented people that have been trying to be winning Oscars here tonight, they all make their money in an old-fashioned way. They earn it.